Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is, and what a beautiful day out here. This is like really beautiful. A lot of people out in this area here where I was earlier, they are enjoying the weather because it's not hot, it's not cold. There's a little breeze here and there, and it's just a beautiful, perfect day here where I am. So anyway, I really just always want to inspire you to come on out. Yeah, you. Come on. I'm watching you. I know. So yeah, come on out. Come out and play, enjoy nature, because there's so many beautiful places that I have been able to see, and I have to say thank you to my mentor because he's the one that really got Starlight out of her comfort zone and helped me to let go of fear. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for him. So we need people like that in our lives, people that really want the best for us, and they're willing to help you out and help you to get through whatever you're going through. So if you have anybody like that in your life, hang on to those people, but don't just hang on to them. Is to also help them out when they have a need and they need support and love. So if you have any special friends or family members or loved ones, really, it's a give and receive, so we receive, help from people, so we should give back, so always be mindful of that. That's how you keep those relationships strong, or friendships strong, is by not always just taking, but giving them back what they might need. A friend, an ear, somebody that's there to reach out to them and help them out in a time that they need help. So be mindful of those people that you might have in your life right now. And this is the month of February, the love month, so this is time to really send love to the people that have been there for you, and loved ones, families. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can also follow me. You could also share my videos on my YouTube channel, and you could share my videos with your family, your friends. A butterfly. You could share my videos with a butterfly. Starlight had one that landed on her today. And also, I'm going to say a bird because I seen a beautiful, cute little fat bird. Starlight, you called that bird fat? Well, it's chunky. Not chunky either, okay? Well, it was a cute bird. So anyway, so besides sharing my videos with a butterfly or a cute bird, is you can also check out my playlist, and don't forget the notification bell. Plus, you can now follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So because this month is February, and this is the love month, because Valentine's is going to be coming up. So I'm all in the love flow right here, right now. And I don't know how many of you out there, could be in a relationship, or maybe you have a friend or someone out there special that you have feelings for, that you have a love connection with. So this month here is the time to put out the love, to those special people out there. And now this video is not really for people that are in love. It's people that are searching for love and that are having a hard time being happy, and like searching for love and getting that kind of person that's going to keep them happy and that they're in love with, so then they can celebrate Valentine's with. So a lot of people all around the world, they struggle really hard out there, searching for that person, that man or that female, to have a relationship with, and I'm not talking about one night stands or friends with benefits. Absolutely not. This is about people that desire long-term relationships, and also, people that desire to get married, like a lifetime partner, you know, where they're going to live together forever for the rest of their life. So this is for people that are really serious about finding that one. And I have to say, there's a lot of people out there searching. I'm like seeing this all over ever since, well, for a long time in my life. So yeah, there's people out there. And to me, the best way to really find that one is really find out who you are. You know, that is how you're going to find that one, is find out who you are. Do you know who you are? You know, are you happy with who you are? And that is going to help you to really find the one out there, is by working on yourself. And, you know, it's hard to find the one when you don't even know who you are. And that takes time, you know, to work on yourself and find out who you really are as a human being, as a person. And we are all multi-dimensional spirit beings having a human experience. And this month, you know, even though it's February and even though this is the month of love, some people out there, it's, you know, they're struggling at this time because this is when they no longer really can pretend that the relationships that they're in is working. So it's so sad at this time, though, even though there's lots of people out there that are, you know, getting into new relationships. It could have been even before February. So before even February comes, as we're heading into February, you know, when people are looking, you know, especially when we start going around in the stores and we see advertisements of Valentine's Day, that's when really things start clicking, you know, as far as people that might be already in a relationship where they're already dreading Valentine's Day, you know. And so there's a mixture of things that are going on right now with many people. Either they've been in a relationship and, you know, things are not going really good and smooth. And then there's other people, you know, like that are searching for love or already just started a relationship. So they could be at their high moment right now because they're kind of on their honeymoon phase, because they're fresh in a relationship. These are the ones that you see, and I've been seeing this a lot lately, and it's beautiful. Starlight loves this. And it is beautiful when Starlight sees couples snuggling out in parks. Starlight loves this. You know, I see people laying out in a park with a big, huge blanket, and they're snuggling together. They, you know, like the world doesn't exist. They're just in that moment of snuggling with each other out at a park somewhere. So that is so beautiful. And hopefully it just doesn't happen when you just meet. You know, it takes a lot of work to keep things going, as far as love goes and any kind of relationship like that. So you always want to keep things going. And how do you keep things going in a relationship is that you don't want to repeat the same stuff and go to the same place. You want to mix things up in a relationship like that. And, you know, always have, you know, different things going on, and, you know, take them different places, go to different places to eat. But like I was saying earlier, is about first you got to find out who you are, you know, as a person. And that way you can find out the person that God really has meant for you. Like, we all have a twin flame out there. Sorry, Starlight's nose is running away. But we all have a twin flame inside of us, and I just spoke to a man like about this not too long ago, is, I told him that he was looking in the wrong places, that you got to look within. You got to search inside of you. When you go deep within inside of your own being and you start cleaning out the cobwebs, there might be a lot of cobwebs, that you got to clean out, or, things inside of you that you got to heal from, to find out who you are. And it's layers to finding out who you really are. And to find out who you are, you really are going to want to look up your birth sign. I'm a Virgo, and I just spoke to a lady earlier today about this. And so that's one way that you can find out who you are, is to look up your date of birth. And there's so much information out there about your birth sign and what other birth sign would be a perfect match to you. So those are other ways that you can find out the kind of person that you really want to bring into your reality. But a lot of times we need to heal first in order for us to actually love ourselves and to be able to draw the right one into our life. And when the universe shows you the one, you cannot deny it. No matter how many times you could try to deny the very one that's meant for you, the universe is going to constantly bring that same person back into your life to show you that is the one. So a twin flame is going to be a person that blows your mind, when you realize how wonderful that person is that God has for you. And not that they're perfect, absolutely not. It's just that they're perfect for you, only you. You couldn't find a better person to match you, because the universe already had this designed for you. So a lot of times people, it's a hit and miss kind of thing, where we end up getting involved in relationships. And like I said, is that right now there's a lot of people out in the world that they're dreading, because Valentine's Day is coming. And and it is tough, because even if they're dreading for Valentine's Day, and even though they're like, what am I gonna do, Valentine's Day is coming. And I've been really not facing this really the best way that I can, like to let that person know. And it's very difficult to be open and let somebody know that this is really not working for me or you. And most of the time both of you already know that it's not working. And that's when things start feeling strange in the house, when you come home, when that feeling is gone, when you open up the door to come back home, when what you once had is no longer there. And it, or when you leave, you feel so much better when you do. And that's a sign from the universe that letting you know that, those are signs to let you know that person, is not meant for you. But you always want to work on the relationship first. But if you've already done that, it's not an easy thing. And to communicate with somebody and let them know that this isn't working out. And what I've learned in my past is the best thing to do is to really, when it comes to letting go of people that are not meant for us, is to make sure, you can always give them a notice, let them know that we need to talk, we need to communicate, and, to be honest as much as possible, because it's okay that we all go into relationships that were not meant for us. And that is how we find out who we really are, is by going in those relationships. And then we find out that, that one wasn't the one, but there's a lesson to learn in that relationship. And, but being honest is what they need. They need to actually hear it, why. So then, and they're going to have things that they want to say, and it's a time to exchange information and find out, what was going on with them. And you might already know from the beginning, when things were not going good, why things weren't going good. And you never can change anybody. They have to do that change, that inner work on themselves. You can have your face turn purple trying to change somebody, but it's really up to them really to make the steps and decide to want to work on themselves. So it is really important, if you haven't done so already, is to see if they're willing to work on that relationship. But if they already threw in the towel and they are not willing to work on that, it's not really healthy for you to be in a relationship that is not really serving you. So they really do need to know, why isn't it not working? So then when you're no longer together with each other, they can work on that. They need to get healed. You need to get healed. You need to get healed from, the relationship, and to not be bitter or envious towards them, but understand this is just something that the universe wanted you to go through so you can get closer to the one that you're really meant to be with. And God has got the perfect one out for you. Like I said, it's not that person, whether it's a guy or girl, that they're perfect in any way, but that person is perfect just for you. And so it is wise to not keep on, pretending that everything is going good when you know in your heart that it's not. So God has us to go through these things. It's nothing happens by accidents, or there's no coincidence. But we needed those people in order to find the real one that God already has set for us. So I know, like Starlight, I would have to say, with my past, I had to let the man know, hey, you know what, you scared me. I didn't feel safe. You threatened me. I felt threatened by you, and I had to let you go. So he needed to hear that. So then the next relationship that he goes into, then that will be a lesson for him to learn, is I overreacted with her. I lost my cool. She didn't do anything wrong. So that was something that he will have to learn. And just like all of us, we all have, that's a big ass leaf, lessons to learn, finding out who we are and what we're willing to put up with. A lot of people out in the world are miserable being with the wrong one. And you really don't want to waste your whole life being stuck or feeling stuck with the wrong one that really is not meant for you. They were just a teacher to teach you something. And they need to understand that, It's not a blame game, not at all. It's not like a blame game. They have to understand this is just how God has it, is that you're just a teacher teaching me. I needed to learn this lesson so I don't carry it on to another relationship, because, so it's never one-sided. It's always, it takes two. So communication is the key, though, is to, when you're having a problem, is to open up and, bring that up instead of putting it off, because the more we put things off, that's when that mountain gets big. So you don't want the mountain getting big. You want to work on things right away in any relationship, even a friendship relationship is, if they offended you, let them know, hey, if they said something wrong and it triggered you, let them know. So then, we never know when people are going to do something or say something that will trigger us. So by communicating and saying, I just want to let you know that if you do that, that triggers me and this is how it makes me feel, then you have that information to know, oh, I didn't know that, because they're not going to know unless you open up and express how you feel and how it makes you feel. They need to know how you feel. Whoever you're involved with, is to let them know how it makes you feel and why things aren't working, or, you know, if you've given up really on that relationship, you know, they need to really know about it. If you've already worked on it and try to work on it, but they're not willing, you really need to let them know. And it's not really good to stay in those relationships, because it can end up being a trap later on for you, because it's like a comfort zone. So those people need to be prayed for. You need to be prayed for. She needs to get, you know, he needs to get healed. She needs to get healed. He needs to get healed, you know, to be able to move on into another relationship. So all this does take time, and, you know, to build up enough courage to say, you know what, I really, I gotta do this now. I've been putting it off for so long. And that is if you've already worked on trying to make it work. But if you haven't really tried to make it work, you want to do all that you can to communicate with them and see if it will work, you know, and tell them how they make you feel why you're leaving. And if they're not willing to make any changes in the relationship, you know, that is definitely an indicator that they're not the one, you know. So even though there's a lot of people that are in love, there's people that are hurting right now around the whole world. In February, it brings that out. You know, it's people that are either searching, you know, for that love, people that are in love, you know, and people that are, you know, struggling to have a courage to use their voice and to not put it off, because they've been dealing with it so long, and it's really not good for your body at all. And, you know, holding that in, it's not good for your heart space. So it's definitely something that needs to be faced, but in a time that you can really make the time. It's like you got to make the time. There's no right time for those kind of communications. It's just something that you kind of have to force yourself to actually say, you know what, and this is Starlight has done this many times in my past, you know, is putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and the fear and the putting it off, and then finally you explode and like, I gotta take care of this. And so Starlight has done this many times with communications. Sorry about that noise. So is in my past, Starlight is like, I'm so sorry about that noise. It's kids out here playing. Is you know, like, I'm like, okay, this day here, that is when, you know their schedule and stuff like that, and it helps you to kind of prepare yourself, is like, you know, and you can let them know ahead of time, is that, you know, we really need to talk, you know, that way it kind of gets them ready. And so that is what Starlight has done many times in her life, is to kind of build up the courage and to set a time and day, say, you know what, I got to do that. Just like when you had enough at a job, it's no difference, is that you go to work, you know, the boss doesn't appreciate you, treats you like a slave, doesn't give you overtime when you want it, doesn't give you the hours that you need, doesn't even give you, you know, a raise when you really need it, when you have family, or when you're not having a lot, you know, like you got bills, and, you know, you work like a slave. They want extra out of you, but they're not willing to appreciate you. And when the Christmas comes, they don't even give you a bonus. They don't give you any time advantage, you know, to let you know that you got to work on days, you know, they're don't really respect you. And, you know, it's nothing different than a relationship, you know. It's like when you had enough, you know, like even at a job, is that, you know, you're like, you know what, Starlight's different though with jobs. Starlight is like, when I've had enough at a job, you know, I won't even give them my freaking, you know, they want a, you know, you don't deserve a week's notice. You're not going to keep me trapped and treat me like shit for a whole freaking, you know, what you want to give me, how many weeks notice ahead of time to tell you that I'm quitting that job. Frig this. When I had enough, I've had enough, you know. If I already communicated and they're not, you know, going to do, you know, I tell them that I'm going to quit that job. You know, why am I going to quit that job? Shit. So just like a relationship, you gotta, it's not a comfortable thing, but you'll feel a whole lot better, when God's testing us all the time. These are just tests from God. It's not, don't even look at that person as it's that person. It's God. It's God using that person to challenge you and to really to let you know that don't let fear, hold you back. And when you do these things, you'll feel a whole lot better when you did, because it's only God, really. God is doing this to help you to grow and help you to heal and help you, help you to move on. So greater things can come in your life. It's God, you know. God can do anything, So it's just God challenging you to, making you nervous and making you scared, and you know that when you let go, God is going to reward you. You might even already have the reward ahead of time, where, it's already there. So I love you so much. It is not easy. So it's something that you got to force yourself to do. And when just like letting go of anyone, you don't want to, you care about people, you have a big heart. It's not that you care about people. And, at one point you had feelings for the person. So at one point you did have feelings. But, you grow. And that's what happens. You grow apart from each other. You change and you mature. And that's life, So don't beat yourself up over those things. It's just the way life is, that we grow through what we're going through. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on them, because things go smoother when, we handle things in such a way where you can end a relationship and end it in a good, safe, healthy way. It doesn't always have to end in yelling and screaming. It just, you could pray about it and ask God to give you the words and help you to know how to handle the situation before you walk in it. You don't want to walk into these situations blindly. You got to prepare yourself, and the things that you want to say to that person, and the tone of your voice is everything. So you got to really be mindful of the tone in your voice and the words that you use. All of that matters. And so I love you so much, and God has beautiful men. There's beautiful men and women out for all of you. If you're a person out there that are struggling in a relationship right now, and you're struggling, you got this, and God's just testing your ass, and you're gonna pass. You're gonna pass. You're gonna get through this, and later on, you're gonna be grateful that you did. You're gonna be like, man, I've been putting it off, and, then you can really relax. You can take a breather, you can get back to your own peace of mind and all that stuff. Everything will go, it takes time. It takes time, to heal. So anyway, I love you so much, and this is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget, you can share my videos with your family, your friends. Let's see, I'm thinking a bug and a caterpillar. Plus, you could check out my playlist, and don't forget the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all. And just remember, God's just like, God's just testing you. It's just a lesson to learn. You're growing. Sometimes people don't want to grow. People don't want to change. You can't change them. You only can change yourself. You only can love yourself, and, hey, you're not willing to change, then you know what? This isn't working then, because I am going to continue to grow. I plan on working on myself, and we're not on the, we're not going the same path. We're kind of going in separate ways, and that's why God is just pulling us away, because we're not going in the same. You got to go in the same direction with whoever it is that you're with. So I love you so much, and you have a blessed day. And remember, God has got someone out there that's perfect for you. Not that they're perfect, believe me, they have flaws too, but they're perfect for you. So anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.